So, Jack,
Hello, Sam.
it's a new season of the podcast, mate. How's your Christmas and New Year's? I'm going to pretend like we don't talk, apart from
Yeah.
when we do this.
Yeah, it was nice, time with family and all that. Ate some good food. Didn't watch any Counter-Strike, which is actually a bad thing this time around. It's been a good last season, so it's a bit of a shame to not have any games to watch. How about you?
Yeah.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was all right. I mean,
What did Santa bring you?
not much really, other than my granddad deciding to start dying. So it was a great Christmas, really. It was really good. I hope you feel bad now for asking me.
No,
You rotten cunt.
get the pity points.
Yeah,
Respect
get the
it.
pity points. Anyway, if you look at your screen, Jack, you'll notice that there is a hockey fight being played, which, I mean,
The best bit about hockey.
it looks like a great time, like they're squaring up right now. Yeah. And if you... Do you know what? I'm just going to watch this. I'm going to stop
give it a-
talking for a second and watch this. Audio listeners, you can go fuck yourselves. Oh,
mean,
yeah,
this is
no, he
the-
has
this
won.
is the-
He has won that fight.
I think this is the Capitals versus, I don't know who the other team are, but I believe that's Washington Capitals, I think the team is.
Right, well, there was a
Ones that won.
guaranteed winner of that. And anyway, the reason why we're looking at a hockey fight on a CS podcast is because someone
awesome.
tweeted this, and it has made our take of the week, because they said, low-key, imagine if CS had this too. So I've got a question based on that, Jack.
Hello.
Who would you like to see in a hockey fight in Counter-Strike?
I think Blamef is the safe answer, right? Especially being Nordic, he's probably skillful on the ice.
Yeah, but you got to think this is a two-way street, right? So how many
think
people
we
can
need
you
to-
actually?
We need to also understand though is being massive don't mean you're good at fighting. Do you know what I mean? I think it probably helps, right? There's
Yeah,
a reason
but
there's weight classes, but
But the main thing here, Jack, is who can go against Blamef, where it's not just like a curb stomp. Because I want to see a proper brawl. Like, let's not fuck about.
yeah, I mean, so yeah, TLDR put out a tweet, Semphis and Freakazoid versus Blamef in Kyiv. I forgot that Kyiv like just started taking steroids and got really buff. Semphis is massive. Like the photo that's there is not a good photo because he's ridiculously big. Like I think he's like, I'm gonna say 260 right now, 260 pounds, whatever that is in kilos. Like he's
But I think
monstrous.
no, I think we need active players, mate. I think we need players that stand a chance of meeting at LAN.
Yeah,
They can shit talk each other and be like, you know what? It's round 12. The half's been tilting.
would have been Blamef
Let's
and
fight
Config.
it out. Well, it's more likely to be like Glaive and Config, or like Glaive and Cadian if we're going for Danes. Like, they like a scrap,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
I feel like Electronic probably throws hands. Not very well, but he seems the type who is like, he just hits people sometimes.
Do you know what I think would be good, actually? Charlie's
Apex.
currently...
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie's currently circling fucking West Ham hooligan-looking Apex.
Green
Which-
Street. Apex.
would be good. But do you know what would be a good fight? Give me, like, two of these scrawny fuckers. Give me, like, Donk
me
versus
Donk and
Kaiosuke or Munacy. Or Yabi, yeah. Like, let them fight
Just I
it
want to
out.
see him get chinned, really. But
He's not got a chin, chin. But,
it's kind of that was a layup for you.
cheers, mate. But yeah, like, because the thing is, if you pick Donk against Kaiosuke, it's not a question of who's going to knock the other out. It's a question of whose wrist is going to break first.
Yeah.
And that's just
I'd like to see
Heavy
Euro-
God versus
you were aware of
Blamef.
chess boxing.
What the fuck is chess box? Is
So
that the
it's
shit
chess,
they play in
but
Star
I think
Wars?
it's like every move after every move, you hit each other like you box. Maybe it's every move or every take or something, but there's fighting involved in the chess.
Oh, right.
So in this context of like CS boxing, they've got to be good in game as well, right? Which is why like Heavy God's probably the pick, right? Like he's probably going to win you rounds, and then also, a movable object. You're not really gonna. I don't know.
So final answer then.
That's a 240-pound man for sure. He's a lot of dude.
Final answer, Heavy God versus Blameth.
Yeah.
Unstoppable force, immovable object, banger.
Yeah. I fuck with it.
Right, let's talk about some news then. The HLTV Awards happened at the weekend. You were meant to
Do you want
go.
to roll the intro?
Oh, we got an intro. Let's do that. Right, so, Jack, before you rudely interrupted me, I was trying to say that the HLTV Awards happened at the weekend.
They
You
did.
were meant to go, but
There
you
was
didn't.
a plane and everything that I didn't get on. Yeah.
There's quite a bit of snow. It's probably hard to get that.
Yeah, I think it would have been very difficult, yes, but I had some engagements come up, so I could no longer attend.
Yes. Anyway,
I'll keep it vague.
Vitality dominated. Not really a surprise there. They won Anchor of the Year, Closer of the Year, Orper of the Year, Team of the Year, Coach of the Year, and IGL of the Year, and just about everything else.
Coach of the Year undeserved, IMO.
Yeah, I mean, Coach of the Year, like...
I say, okay, undeserved is not the right word, actually. I just don't know if you did much when you've got 4 of the best, the all-star team is all your players anyway, except for the best player in the world.
I think the problem with coaches, and I'm probably going to do a deep dive about this. I think this will be my next deep dive. Is that it's largely unquantifiable and almost entirely based on just how much someone talks about their coach.
Yeah.
Like Vitality, right? Vitality are very much like, oh, we are a whole team. We like Xtaz does stuff, but so does Matt, and so does our performance coach, and all these other bastards. And like that takes away from Xtaz, whereas like you go to Na'Vi, and everyone's like, oh yeah, Blade is the greatest guy on earth. We all bow down to Blade, and that very much helps someone like Blade. I think it also helps someone like Mara, where it's clear like he gets a lot of value there. I think one coach who doesn't get talked about enough though is Cyclone. Like Cyclone is so good. He is MOUZ.
Yeah,
if MOUZ lost Cyclone, they would fall apart.
I think so too.
I don't think anyone.
Yeah, I think we can get on the topic a little bit, but obviously, like the player awards, the issue with this is that like whatever metrics you want to use, they do end up being team awards in a sense, right? Because as we've learned, trophies and MVPs are worth more than stats, right? And then surely yes, the winningest, and I know it's not a real word, but the coach that's won the most trophies in the year probably is the best. Does it help that they have the best players? Yes. Does it help that Zonic had the best team in the world at the time? Yes, of course, right? But I think being the greatest coach of all time is like doing it with multiple rosters and stuff, right? Which is where it's a Blade probably. Being the best in a year is probably more results based. So I think it's just different ways of measuring it. But yeah, Vitality, they cleaned house apart from opener of the year.
Yeah, which understandably
donk.
Went to donk, but if donk didn't exist, it would have also gone to Vitality.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken about this team in length a little bit, right? About just their role balance and kind of how they've redefined the meta. And yeah, like you'd expect a team that's had the success they've had to also have the best players in their positions. Like it's not even that like I think that Flames and Mezzi are like mechanically like the best players in those roles. They just play them perfectly, I think.
Yeah,
they're both obviously very good as well. Like not to take away, but
Yeah, I interviewed Flames. I interviewed Flames the other day for esports.net. I don't know when that's going live. If it's live when this goes out, I'll make sure it gets put in the comments. He spoke then about how maybe he's not the best opener. Maybe like Exertions, Antares, Donk, they're all better, but he's certainly the best entry. I think that's true. Anchor, it probably is Mezzi. Maybe it would be Heavy God if Heavy God was on a better team. But realistically, like if it's not Mezzi, then Mezzi's at worst the third best in the world, and I'm not sure who's second. Like Lurker.
It's also like even if he's not the best, he's been the second best for longer than he's been the first. Do you know what I mean? Like it was the Infat at one point for sure.
Yeah.
And then it stopped being him. He stopped showing up, right? So.
Right, Lurker, Rops is the best in the world and probably the best of all time.
Mm-hmm.
IGL, Apex, he's 1 or 2. It like again, he's 1 or 2, and then I think the only arguments are Fallen, which like it's taken
this
him
is
years
all
to
time
get.
now. Yeah.
No. Like currently, I think the only arguments of it not being Apex is Fallen now that he's got a good team, and probably Alexi B. I think those 3 are quite clear.
Yeah.
Past anyone that they're the best 3 IGLs.
I know Brawlin got a lot of props from, I think, Nico particularly, and some other players. Like said, Brawlin's actually really good as an IGL, which he might be. But I know you don't really like him.
No, I
I'm
just
not really
like
sure.
I just think like if you're a good IGL,
That's not true. You win.
If you have a good IGL, no, not win. I don't think that. CS is a funny game, right? Because we don't have a league and everything's knockout tournament based. Winning matters, but it doesn't matter as much as everyone thinks it does. Like, Brolan is certainly not a bad IGL because they've made as many top 4s as they have. But they do have a negative win rate on the T side. Like, if they had above 50% win rate with a different IGL, like JT, or even Exertion and more firepower, would they be winning more events? Like, I think Brolan, outside of Jim Fat being kind of shit now, I think Brolan probably is the ceiling there. But that's like a different conversation. Like, my point was that each player in their respective role in Vitality is like first or second in the world.
Yeah, which makes you a very good team, right?
Yeah.
Can we talk about number 1, number 2?
Yeah, I was going to say that the real reason why we want to talk about the awards is number 1 and number 2. So obviously ZywOo, as you can see on the screen, if you're watching, won the best player in the world. I think it's,
by the way, which is
his 4th time.
Crazy.
And look, I personally think it's very justifiable for ZywOo to win it. Until you actually look at the notable stats thing. Charlie, if you could bring that up and just zoom in on it, please. Well, that zoom has
if
worked,
you open it in a new tab, it should work better. Well, that works, yeah.
Right, well, there we go. So
this is... I'll let you speak, but yeah, this is my gripe.
So, ZywOo is clearly exceptional. I mean, he's number 2 in every stat. But that's kind of the problem, isn't it? And I feel like this is what you're about to say, so I'll let you take over.
Yeah, so, if this is an individual award, right, which I would say Player of the Year is, you would think the player that is the best in most of these stats, and I think Donk is 26 out of 28, I believe. I'm not counting, but he's two. There's 2 that he isn't number 1 on, and in those he's, I think, 2, second. If that's the metric you're going off, and HLTV has become more and more, I would say, stats based in recent years. Shout out Nero. Then that player should probably be the number 1, just off the metric of that he's the best player, and I do think like it depends. Best player of the year and HLTV number 1 might not be the same thing anymore, and I think they always were gospel. They were the same thing.
Yeah.
Was ZywOo bad? Not at all. Did he win lots? Absolutely.
This is the thing, right?
But he also had the best team in the world.
I actually think this is the worst top 20 of all time. Because I think there's so much inconsistency. Like, okay, so you're valuing ZywOo for his MVPs. Well, why the fuck isn't Heavy God in the top 20 then? You had him as a finalist for Anchor
right?
He was 21, sure. Like, you had him as a finalist
for Anchor,
for Anchor of the Year, and you don't put him in the top 20. Like, that's absurd to me. But then, you go deeper. The Molodoy one, I get Molodoy being 6th because I don't think people appreciate how fucking difficult AWPing is. And yes, Molodoy is set up a lot more than other AWPers, but he's still, like, incredible amidst all players in the world. And then you get to this, right? And HLTV will tell you that it's not a team-based award, that it's, it is individual.
It just can't be both, can it? It contradicts itself if it is.
And the problem with that is then eventually you get to a criteria, and this is what HLTV does. You get to a criteria where actually you can't help but make it a team-based award. Because if you're reasoning for Monacy being lower than Rops or Donk being lower than zweih is deep runs in tournaments, well then you're no longer talking about the individual player.
But then why is Zantara is 14th, right? Like that's...
Yeah, because even Donk doesn't carry Spirit on his own, because you can't do that. It's a team-based game. Mm-hmm. Like, if it's in the same sense as if Donk does go and get a triple entry, Spirit are that much more likely to win the round. But if Donk's over on fucking Long A on Dust 2 and Chopper's Zweih and Shiro are towards B, and they get triple entry, Donk's going to lose that round.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reality. So if you're talking about deep runs and MVPs, well, then it has become a team-based award, and that will always be unavoidable. So, going back to Donk's stats, if he's number one in fucking everything and you want it to be an individual award, sorry lads, Donk has to be number one. He just has to be. There's no excuse for not making him number one.
I do think the second major of the year was basically the big swing between 1 and 2, right? I think, well, obviously, Vitality winning it and Zoe getting the MVP probably does put the final nail in. I do think, even if Spirit didn't win, which I think, again, they just should have if they didn't shit the bed. If Spirit didn't win, but Vitality didn't win either, I think Donk probably does get number one. But I also think majors maybe get too much credit. I don't know if a major MVP is actually worth more than any other MVP, really. I also thought, I don't know if you saw, but Starladder Budapest won Event of the Year.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about
Starladder
that.
CE
whatever
something CO was thanks guys, not sure how or why. And I think anyone who watched the event, I enjoyed the major very much, as I do with most majors. It wasn't the best event of the year though, both results wise and quality of broadcast.
Yeah,
it was not very good.
I mean, day one was unwatchable on 2 platforms.
Yeah,
you actually just there was no audio, there was nothing. And then there was the other issues, 3D Max having to get Ubers at some point because there wasn't any shuttles because Starlad had really fucked up. The humiliation rituals. Fucking... Yeah. The drums were really cool. Well done, guys. But, let's not pretend that there wasn't a shit ton of other issues.
Yeah.
Diogo listed them in the newsletter, and it's actually, it's crazy how many there were. Where is it?
I just think the first and second were the 2 majors, and then Cologne was third. I do think them being majors probably gets them more votes, but
that was one. The ticketing and seating problems. That was a big issue.
People were just in the wrong seats all the time. Yeah,
that's an unforgivable issue as well. The fact how that one.
Well, it's just if that was ESL or Blast, there'd be 15 Reddit threads a day about it, right? And we wouldn't hear the end of it, and every tweet would be Saudi money, lol, can't even do seats properly, the normal shit you get when a TO does something wrong, right? Just not really sure I understand that, but good for them. Yeah. At least it wasn't PGL. That's really the real win there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back on Donk now, and so it's round swing and round losses with 0 impact, which he was the second best on, and everything else he was the number 1 rated. His rating for the year is 1.42, and that's on 3.0, which actually is the zweih rating, right? It favors zweih's playstyle. Whether that's true or not, it does help him a little.
Isn't zweih 1.32 as well?
It's quite a difference. Obviously, we're talking anything over 1.2 is already kind of crazy. But to be doing that for a year consistently and then having that much difference between yourself and the other guy is what is he? Yeah, so there's 0.10.
1.32.
There's 0.10 increase in rating. So
sound.
I will say though, Donk's 18. Spirit made some changes, so I think we can expect donk number 1 for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Probably. He's not going to get worse, is he?
Do you know what I think? I think the exact year that has just happened could happen again, and HLTV, like literally exact stats, exact same tournament winners, exact MVPs, and HLTV would put donk as number 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that, like, you know, a few years' time, if you actually like spoke to Striker and Harry once they're past the defensive stage, because they like, you know, in
it's
6
also,
months' time,
it's a very hard call to make. So like I do like nothing against those guys who do make these decisions.
But in 6 months' time or a year's time, if you speak to them, maybe they're like, yeah, no, we probably.
Also, if you just take these results and stats, right? No name attached or anything, and you put them in front of someone, and you say, okay, who's the best player of the year? They're always picking donk, I think. Like,
yeah,
it's not like I was like, oh, why we won more? It's like, yeah, but donk still did get 4 MVPs and four trophies. Like, that's not like he didn't do anything, is it?
Charlie. Can you
No.
click on that thing that says "Forgive Maniac," please? I'd just like to know what we're forgiving him for. Oh, okay.
Oh, so because he's good at his job, which I also don't agree with massively, but
no, not me neither. But you know, at least
morally impeccable, God-fearing HLTV base. Brilliant.
This person is called Base Takes from Denmark. Well, they've got a Danish flag.
My favourite player is Dick Stacey.
Well, that says everything you need to know, doesn't it? Let's move on. Let's move on from HLTV. That's just everything.
The award show, though, I will say, looked awesome. I went not last year, but the year before, and it was very cool. But this looked like a big step up again. So, just do it somewhere that's not Serbia would be nice. It's really cold there. That's what. Just put it in the mainland.
It's cheap as fuck, though, isn't it?
Yes, it is cheap, and I think Relog are based there, and they run the whole production for the event. But put it somewhere nice. Put it somewhere warm.
Speaking of somewhere warm, Anubis is back in the map pool. And you happy about that, Jack? Aren't you thrilled?
I didn't hate Anubis, but Train was becoming really, really good in the current pool. And
you didn't hate Anubis? Jack, you had a 30% win rate on it. And I know because I won that 30% with you. That map is fucking dog shit.
On most maps. I don't think that's not a big outlier, really.
Well, valid.
It's not a good map, though, is it? Like, it's puggy. It's just not very good. It's good that they're changing the maps every season, for sure. I think we should probably actually just do 2 maps at a time. Make it really interesting. But, yeah, fuck it.
No. I've got to pause you. I'm sorry. Right. This is the problem. Okay.
It also should have happened after the major. They should have said it then.
I know. Yeah, okay, that's one problem. One problem is just how late they announce it. It's ridiculous. Like, Blast Bounty starts
tomorrow.
We're recording this Monday, so it starts tomorrow.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
For viewers, right?
But for you guys, it started yesterday, or maybe 2 days. Who knows? And it was announced on the 9th. Like, that's ridiculous. And it's also announced to be coming in on the 19th, so any changes won't actually be present during the version that they're playing for Bounty, but will be for Krakow. Which means that teams will have to also play a different map with little time to prepare.
Is it changing? Do we actually know that?
Well, I mean, Sponge asked them and they said the answer is either yes or no, which leads me to believe that it will be changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see what.
It's not proper.
But anyway, I'm gonna rant for a moment, Jack. So you just sit there and look pretty. I know for years, right? Valve barely changed the map pool, and we were all sat there like, Valve, give us something new, give us something, fresh. But motherfuckers, we were doing that because the map pool was bad. It had fucking Vertigo in, and then it had Anubis in, which isn't a great map. Like, it's fucking T-sided. No T-sided map can be that good because Counter-Strike isn't designed to be T-sided. You know, you got all these people. It's like, oh yeah, but it's so good. We've got a map pool split that's T-sided and CT-sided. Fuck off. Like, you actually just, you don't understand the game. The game isn't designed to be T-sided.
Yeah, I mean, that only works if you don't play both sides of the game anyway, right?
Yeah.
So it's redundant.
But so the problem was that in the previous map pool, the one with Train, we had probably the best map pool of all time, and also definitely the best map pool that's currently available. And here's the issue with changing 2 maps at a time, right? How many maps that actually exist that will go into the active duty pool, that stand a chance of that, do you actually think are good enough, and you don't make the map pool worse to put them in?
Well, that's the issue, right? You probably need 11 established maps, I would say, right? And then obviously you have a 7-map pool, and you rotate. Or maybe you rotate 1 in each season, right? So let's say Train gets added now, or Anubis gets added now, and then Cash comes in for, let's say, Mirage next major. Like, so there's every sort of 6 or so months you add a map. That's interesting, I think. 2 at a time is probably a bit much. But yeah, like, everyone's like, I'll bring Cash back. Like, Cash also, like, is not a good map currently.
No, it's not.
It wasn't even really when it was at its peak. It was just puggy. I enjoyed Cash a lot, but the state of play today is not really conducive to how that map is laid out.
No,
also like, I don't know if do they even really make their own maps anymore? Do you remember Canals? Like, that was their attempt at making a map.
I was talking about this with one of our friends yesterday or the day before. I don't even think it's a fucking Valve issue. Like, I know there's a lot of maps on the workshop, and like, surely one of them is good, but like, no game makes good maps anymore. No, none of these like games like this. Like, yeah. Ark Raiders has great map design. Fucking Call of Duty, the maps fucking suck. Have done for a while. Battlefield, the maps are fucking boring. Counter-Strike, when was the last time we actually got a good new map?
Yeah.
Valorant, half the maps in Valorant are fucking terrible. Like, so fucking bad.
And also, as well, it's like, it's kind of, a lot of maps have to have a gimmick, especially like workshop maps, to get established. Like, Sub-Zero, like, had that whole, like, underwater theme, right? Or, like,
dog shit map.
You'll have maps where there's, like, you know, oh, you can break this part of the map, or, like, you know, this route changes randomly. Like, these are gimmicks. These aren't good. Like, everyone's like, bring back Tuscan. Tuscan is a reasonably well-made map. It's not great, though, really. Like, I don't think...
I would have preferred it if the map that had come in was Tuscan. And they forced fuckers to play Tuscan, and then they made changes to Tuscan. Because here's the way I view it, right? Vertigo, failure, will never ever be good. It is a fundamentally flawed map and cannot be good. Anubis, this 6 months to 12 months now, however long it's in the pool, because I think it's realistically going to be 12, sadly. If you can't fix this map in 6 to 12 months, it goes the same way as Vertigo. It goes and it never ever comes back. Mm-hmm. Because it's just not a well-designed map, in my opinion. I don't think it's good at all. Mm-hmm. So that means you have to try Tuscan. That means you have to try Cash.
Like, you have to. Like, I don't know if Cash is even possible though. Like, when it was like revealed.
No, I don't. I don't think Cash is great.
I know there's been issues with Valve and the map creator before. Like, I don't know if that's still the case, but
well, Valve own Cash now, so
they actually do. Okay, well, I guess it can come back.
Yeah, but I think that's a separate thing. Like, Cash, like you said, is an outdated map. I don't think it fits 2026 Counter-Strike because it barely fit 2019 Counter-Strike or whatever it was when it went. 2019 after Cato.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so. But I think we want to get to a place where we have probably 10 maps or 11 maps, like you say, that can go in and out. But I just don't see where those maps come from. And I think the methodology for how they get taken out is bad. Because, like, there is some value to doing it on like a stats basis of like it's why Mirage is never going to go anywhere.
But
right?
I think it's they pull the game stats, not pro stats as well, right? Which I think is really the thing that matters more. Sorry to the puggers, but
like Mirage is never going anywhere because it accounts for 25% of all FACEIT games played and 30% of all Premier games played.
Yeah, well there we are, right?
You cannot remove that map ever, because it's just too popular. But I also think of the Puggy maps, Mirage is also the best because of the Puggy maps. It also has the most tactical depth.
Yeah.
So I also think Mirage should never go. And on the flip side,
the solution is that there's 3, like let's say mainstays. Okay.
Well, this is. Hang on.
Go ahead.
Hang on. Mirage on one side never ever goes. Mm-hmm. On the other side, Nuke, the best tactical map by far, never goes. True. Never goes anywhere. I think then what you want is Overpass and Train. And I suppose Tuscan would also be a tactical map, right? So you'd want those 3 to be interchangeable. Then in the middle, you've got Inferno and Anubis. You have those as like interchangeable. And then you've got Ancient, Dust 2 and Cache. And you have those as interchangeable. Mm-hmm. And I think that is probably the best hope for the map pool with all the maps that we like kind of currently.
I think probably you need one more just so it's like a balance so you can do the every 6 months or whatever, right? Like I think 11 game maps with a pool of 7 obviously I think is the play. But yeah, you have, like you said, you have 3 that I think that you don't touch, which are, let's say, Mirage, Nuke, Inferno, Mirage.
I just think Mirage and Nuke. You just don't touch those, and then you have like 3 pools of 3 that you can interchange.
Yeah.
You've got your middle ground maps, your tactical maps, and your pug maps, and then the 2 extremes, which are Mirage and Nuke.
Yeah.
And only the extremes like stay the same.
Mm-hmm. But I think. Actually.
Yeah, I just think that's the way it should be done. And I think that's then the next problem with Anubis coming back. And I think this is the last point we should say on this before we move on, is that by adding Anubis, which is a more puggy map, and removing Train, which is a more tactical map, Counter-Strike also leans back towards being more puggy. And, like, again, I don't think that's great on the esports side of things.
Your solution of having the 3 pools of 3, should we say? That's good because then you're ensuring that like the puggy slot is still a puggy map. Do you know what I mean? The tactical slot is still a tactical map. So you don't actually end up with a map pool that leans too heavily towards dog shit playing or too heavy to systemize. You know, there's balance there. I think that I just don't think it will happen. They don't give a fuck, unfortunately.
No.
Maybe TOs should just have their own map pool, and then the pugs can, the Prem can be what it wants, FACEIT can do what they want, and TOs can just decide, hey, this is what we're playing. Probably better for the viewership experience, but I understand we want it to be we want parity between the different games, should we say? Like, I get it. I don't know. Train should not be the map that goes right now anyway, so.
No, it shouldn't. I know it's not played much, but that's, like, honestly not a problem because of the purpose that it has within the map pool. Anyway,
but also,
let's move on.
Just, okay, yeah.
Let's move on because we'll just rehash things. There's been a winter break, which means that there's also been a shit ton of roster moves. Maybe not as many as we were expecting, but from everything I've heard, they just there was a lot of moves that were potentially meant to happen but didn't because people either couldn't find replacements or got priced out or whatever. So I think, and I'll say this at the top of this, I think we should probably expect a busy first season in terms of roster moves, regardless of what's happened now or what continues to happen.
I really hate that Rostermania just doesn't actually, it's not a transfer deadline like it should be. I don't like, there's obviously the roster deadlines for events, right? But there's not a set, this is when you make your moves time, which I think it's exciting and it gives us something to look at over the break, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
it's a shame because then you do have like these trickle through moves that don't really happen. You have dead teams coming into the start of the season, right? Like it's just.
Well, it also means that like now there's like a list of players where the question is like, when will they get a team? With that list being Regali, Stown, Senzu, and realistically probably JL as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about some moves. So Spirit remove Chopper, thank the fucking Lord, and also removes zweih, also thank the fucking Lord. Zontix came back, and so did Magix as the IGL. So I'm going to bad cop this one, as I always do with Spirit. So Jack, I think as good cop comes before bad cop, off you go, mate.
So does chicken before egg, right? I think without spending money, this was definitely the best option for Spirit, right? Like they haven't spent a penny to make this change, other than the previous moves that happened. We all knew Zontix was coming back, right? And
Spirit made that clear fucking months ago.
Yeah, and obviously like Tania was never the replacement for him. Tania was a signing upgrade, and it was remaneuvering. Magic IGL, those 4 players is fine. Magic IGL is where I have questions. However, Chopper, my beloved, it's not been looking good, and I think Magic's is probably a little bit better mechanically, and it's a younger team now. Not that Chopper's an old guy, but I just think there's probably just a bit more potential with this team, and you put Magix and Zontix back in those bitch roles that they were good at and that helped Donk and Shoot to thrive. I think all in all, it's a pretty good off season for them. We'll see how it goes, right? I guess that's always the main thing. But considering they were winning stuff with a pretty wounded team, should we say? I think this is they won Cullen, didn't they? I know you think they should have won more. But with Chopper's calling being the main negative, should we say, of their last season, changing that seems to be the logical move, right? I think a lot of it is to do as well as keeping Donk happy, right? You don't want to upset your franchise player. You don't want to lose him, even though I'm sure his contract is probably 10 mil. It's something ridiculous. Yeah, I think it's a good move. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I hope it goes well because I like this team a lot. Bad cop, over to you. Paul Black.
Okay, I just don't get it, if I'm being honest. I just don't get it. And I think it goes back a long way, right, as to why I don't get it, but I also can see how it works. So Magix, as we all know, is a relatively aggressive player, happy to bomb site entry and whatever. And that's something that Spirit were missing. Because they were making zweih do it and he was no fucking good at it. But so when you get to Zontix, you've now got Tania, who was actually just always the upgrade on Zontix. Yeah. Realistically. So now I'm not really sure where Zontix fits into the team, and I've got a slight concern that he fits into the team in the exact same place where zweih did, and Magix is going to fit into the team in the exact same place where Chopper did. And that to me is where it becomes very scary, because I actually think the real problem, and I know I said this a lot last year, I actually think the real problem might just be Hallie. I think Hallie is probably very good for this team on a managerial aspect. I'm not sure he's that great for the team on a tactical aspect, because I think he over-relies on Donk, he underutilises Shiro. I think he wants IGLs that he can just puppet, which even Blade realised wasn't the answer anymore when he brought in Alexi B. Tania and Zontix for me probably don't belong on the same roster together. I don't really see. I just think this team is lacking, with the way it's set up, I think it's lacking an Apex or an Alexi B type figure. Someone who's happy to, maybe play Rotator, they'll go first if they have to, but like they really focus on utility, because I just don't see who does it in this team, and that is actually one of Spirit's issues, is that because Donk can just rip someone's head off. Yeah, well, like Fallen, like just someone who will throw a flashbang for anyone else on the team.
Yeah,
because that is one of Spirit's problems. So Magic's, you know, he could be Apex, he could be Brolan, who knows? I don't think it matters too much, because I think tactically this team is just flawed.
Mm-hmm.
And unless that changes, I don't see Spirit having a different year to the year that they had last year.
So you think it's less of a personnel and more of a system issue?
Yeah, I mean, I think the personnel is margin. Zontix is better than zweih. Like, maybe not if zweih was used correctly, but he's certainly a better CT side player. Probably fitting better on the T side. Magic's is definitely better individually than Chopper, and it wouldn't take much to be a better IGL. So, like, there's certainly the fucking firepower there. Like, I'll never doubt that. It's just, like, I think the firepower has been there multiple times to Spirit already.
Mm-hmm. And they got line enough. Yeah.
Well, you can see their trophies there. That's in 2 years of having donk. Like,
they won the two big ones though. But no, you are right.
Well, they've won the 3 big ones, but like Vitality
won more of those big ones. Yeah.
Vitality in 1 year have as many trophies as that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you have to put it into perspective.
But I also do think that, like, Vitality, they are an exceptional team, right? And that's not me saying they're that good. I'm just saying, like, they are actually just an exception to what you can expect, right?
Oh, Vitality are, like,
is an exceptional player, but...
And so, this is the thing, so is Shiro, and I think Tania could establish himself as one of the best in his roles. I just think, like...
Yeah.
I think the Spirit's personnel are often underrated because of how good donk is, which again just leads to, well, this has to be a systematic problem. But yeah, so I wanted to, before we talk about more teams who have made changes, I wanted to bring up 2 teams that haven't in Falcons and MOUZ.
Yeah.
I really feel like those 2 teams are going to massively regret not making changes, and I wondered if you feel the same way.
I think there's still time, because the rumor is still that Falcons will sign MOUZ, right? Will sign Jim Fat. I don't care what MS-37 has to say. Shut up. I can't read that. Why is it going the wrong way, etc. I don't know. Like,
oh no.
Yeah, they should have. Falcons should have just had a better season, right? And I know we do this every week, but like, I like Tessez, but I just do think he is obviously not good enough for what they want to happen.
Do you remember like in like fucking, what was it, like April time last year, maybe May time last year, when I was there being like, Tessez, like, I know he's having some great games, but if you actually look a bit deeper, he's not doing that great, and you were like, Tessez is so good, man. It's nice to be here.
But he's also
just
not good.
Here. But he's not good in this team.
Well, that's the thing, right?
It's the problem.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling Falcons are one of those teams that tried very hard to make a move, and one, didn't materialise. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's PR or Bit or Jim Fat, because I think
the move you do is you ship Jim Fat to Falcons, and then you sign ZTR and PR, right? For Brolin and Jim Fat. Considering they're signing ZTR anyway, aren't they? Supposedly.
Kind of fucking stinks though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just Game Legion 2.
Like, for MOUZ, it kind of fucking stinks. Yeah, I mean, I also, like, of the 3, of Bit, PR and Jim Fat, personally, Jim Fat's the one I would want the least. I never really got it with Jim Fat and who's good on the CT side, but like, I don't know, man. Something about Jim Fat, he just doesn't. I'm just not as convinced.
Like a Falcons player.
No, I
still think they should get bit. I still think they should get bit.
I think bit is the money option there. But I think the main thing is that I can't see Falcons or MOUZ improving this season. Like I can't see it in any set, and I think they're both so close to trophies. And granted, if Vitality aren't 2025 level, then Falcons and MOUZ probably will win a trophy or two. But they shouldn't be winning trophies because another team isn't performing. They should be winning trophies because they're performing better. And I just think if you get exertion to IGL and then a firepower upgrade in or two in MOUZ, like even like fucking JL and Stown for Jim Fat and Brolan, or you get JT to IGL and then you get a firepower upgrade like JL, or Falcons with Bit, especially Falcons with Bit, you are talking about genuine tournament winning rosters, and not because someone else played bad. And that's just personally where I'd like those teams to be at, because otherwise, I have a feeling Vitality might be winning quite a lot again.
Just don't want that to happen, really. Not, I just like it's just boring, isn't it? It's just boring.
A little bit.
And I think they'll bankrupt if they win another Grand Slam. They'll bankrupt the ESL.
Yeah.
Let's drag that out.
Okay.
A few more months, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next team, Astralis, they've gone international.
Big up Fuzzy.
It was just time, wasn't it? It was just time for them to go international. Like there was just no hope in Denmark. Like I wouldn't have counted it as an international roster.
There's not really hope on Denmark on this team, man. Still, maybe stare. Maybe stare. Doomed gaming.
No, like I would have counted it as a Danish roster still if they got Regali and a Danish rifler, like stuck with Magisk. But I'm glad that they've gone international because it shows an actual fucking willingness. Like Yabi, I still think his time is fucking done. Like I think he's fucking crap. Stare, I don't really like as like your team's big star. But Fuzi's hilariously enough an upgrade on device.
He's just good. He's just good. I know it's easy to hate on him, but I think he's actually just good, and he's just gotten better. He was the best bit of a reasonably okay wildcard team, and then the best bit of a really, really bad wildcard team. So,
and then was really good on 9 as well. Like
for 4 weeks.
Yeah. He does just deserve this opportunity.
Yeah, I thought the move back to
good.
9 was like very sideways. So
yeah.
But I hope they've made a bank off him. I hope they signed him for like a free and they just put a big old buyout sticker on him. But
I will say though with Ryu.
I've been saying Ryu, but Ryu, sure. With
Ryu, I know he had a breakout year with Monty, but Charlie, can you just go on his stats real quick? Just whack a 2025 filter on it. Scroll down. Bit more. They didn't play anyone good.
Oh.
Like, this is going to be a big step up.
This is a big step for him, isn't it? Considering they're still getting invites to. What a name! What a name! What? Say that name.
I don't want to. You can have a go.
Producer Charlie, do you want to give it a go? You get it right now. I'm going to say it's Gittis Glushaukas, I think. It's a good name.
Yeah, it's a good name. But yeah, a big step up for him. If he can pull it off, Astralis might be decent. If he can't, Astralis won't be very good at all. And that's just the truth.
Yeah, I think this is definitely the necessary first step to Astralis becoming a reasonable, good team again.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the only step they will have to take.
No, I think they'll have to take quite a few more.
How long until that Astralis does not have a Danish player?
If the organisation survives that long,
yeah, there's that question too.
2028. Yeah,
I
think they will lose their Danish flag this year.
Yeah.
Or they will lose it by January next year.
Yeah.
And then another year, they probably just decide
two Rostermania cycles then.
Wouldn't that be 4?
No, but 2 till they lose the flag. I meant, but yeah.
Oh yeah, and until they lose the flag. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Moving on, zweih very quickly found a team. He's gone to PARIVISION in place of AW, which is a move I really, really like, but have slight concerns over.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the team he should have gone to initially. He shouldn't have gone to the Spirit. I think that's very fair. He'll probably be the best player on the team, or one of the best players on the team. AW was definitely the worst player on the team.
Not good.
So,
yeah, I think if
not good. Yeah, is also a way of saying it.
I think if zweih gets his T-side roles back, then he can be a real star on this team. I think in terms of CT side, hopefully James and Dastan help him with some of his issues. He is a bit of a one and done merchant. My slight concern is that AW...
Dust 2B site.
Apart from Dust 2B site, on the basis that you push him one by one and throw the worst flashbangs known to man.
Yeah.
But yeah, my one concern is AW threw a lot of utility on this team. Like, he threw a ridiculous percentage. Who is going to do that now? Like, who's getting shifted around to do that now?
Probably Zello, that guy.
Maybe. Because I don't think it's beneficial to zweih now to handicap him in any way. Just let him, like, go and fucking get his confidence back and see what he can be.
Yeah. Like, kind of, make him zweih go kill. Maybe Belchnok should be throwing flashes because he's obviously not killing people, is he? But he does entry. So
yeah, but he's their entry, so maybe James just stops lurking with AWPs. That would be nice. I'd like that.
I think there's nothing better than there being 20 seconds left and James is coming out of long doors in a 1v5. I think that's really good CS.
I really like it when his team's setting up an A exec on Mirage and then he's in fucking underpass with an AWP. That's really good. That's really...
They just win even when he does it. It's amazing. I think that's honestly that's kind of it. I think Dastan will help him a lot. It's a good move for both parties, honestly.
Yeah. Another good move. NIP have made a signing after benching U-Jerks ages ago.
Signed Marshall Mathers. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yes. They've brought in cairne. Did we decide cairne or cairne? I can't remember.
Cairne. No, I think cairne.
I'm not saying that.
Cairne,
right. They've brought in cairne, who
Mushinsky. Mr. Mush. Mr. Mushy. That's a good name.
Yeah, okay, we're doing
Marshall
that. They brought in Marshall Mushy, who had a really good year for Inner Circle, and unlike Ryu, actually played some decent teams and was still good. And I just think this move is really solid. U-Jerks was not a star in a role where they probably needed him to be.
He wasn't really anything, was he? He was
really.
just a fine 5th player on the team. That's not what you need.
I mean, he was all right.
Be better.
He was all right at like sniffing the enemy team out when you went to a bomb site, but you would be with a snoss like that.
Yeah, dealt with hacks herself. Smell of vision.
But so
he looks a bit like Kyle's, doesn't he?
He does actually.
Anyway,
yeah. I just think he can be another star on this team, like a second star when Wrinkle isn't playing, or a third star when Wrinkle is, and I just think like this is one of the best roster moves of the last few weeks. I really don't see a world where this doesn't help Nip kick on even further to a point where maybe they crack top 10.
They've had a really good end of year and were very close to having a really good run at the major. They just They just lost unfortunate games, and I do think having a bit more star power when Wrinkle maybe is a bit quieter, which he has happened against better teams. Both that's him getting better against more teams, which will come with him playing more, right? But just having someone else who can take the reins and just be like, okay, we're gonna win this game now, right? Yeah, I think it's really good. The duo, I guess the trio of Kaspersky, cairne, and Wrinkle is pretty solid, and then Shush being your fourth best player is not bad at all, I don't think.
No, it's not. So there's 2 new rosters that have formed over the winter break. The first of those, in my opinion, is doing it maybe not the right way. Like, I don't really see an issue with buying a core as long as you buy the right core, but they are doing it in a good way. Mm-hmm. And that's 100 Thieves. So previously they got Glaive in to be their coach, Rain to be their IGL, and then over the major we learnt that Device would be going there to be their AWPer, and following that they've signed Agile from Saw, who is an anchor, and then Sierra from Ecstatic, and Poi from Alliance, which is just
Poi's really good, really good.
It's just a good team. Like, Zero is a good player. Agile is a really good anchor, actually. Like, I know he comes in with, like, not a great reputation, and amongst these names, he's maybe the boring one. But he's a really solid piece. Poi is wicked. I don't see a world, actually, where Rain is a bad IGL.
This gives me shades of, like, European Optic.
No, that's harsh. European Optic fucking
suck. No, because Freiburg was calling on that team. Nordic entry becomes an IGL. This is the same thing.
No, this is like fucking Kingwin, bro. This is like international.
That's more insulting. That's more insulting.
No, it's just like international team that's like probably a couple pieces away from being fucking stellar. Yeah. Right.
Excuse me. Yeah,
this is a good looking team, and
I'm really excited to see how it goes.
It's funny that Device is probably the weak link.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be a bit of Glaive nepotism, right? Probably.
Yeah.
I do wonder if there'll be a cultural divide with Igil and the rest of them being all like Scandis or whatever, or Nordics. I don't know what the right corrective is. But obviously, he's been signed for a reason. The GMing has been good. This is a well-made team. They've checked the right boxes. A not so well-made team.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
Because that is something that we need to talk about, is the GMing aspect. Because this isn't a core and they have no VRS rank.
Yeah.
In Messioso, they probably have the best person in the world to get them a VRS rank.
Play the VRS game. Yeah.
So yeah, I think actually not buying a core was probably the smart move, because I don't know what roster they could have put together that actually would have looked this potentially good. Like even if you sign the Game Legion core, Poi could be better than Rez, and maybe you're missing a PR type figure, but like the potential is there in this team, and obviously there is that cultural concern with Agile, but I think this team's going to be really good. I think this team will be top 20.
I'm excited to see it. I hope so.
Quite fast.
I just think 100 is a really good brand just to have in CS, particularly as well. They do bring eyes, whether you want them to or not. They're one of the most attractive esports orgs. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Segueing
but
again to
what's not a good thing is
Blood Clark Game.
Is Blood Clark Gaming, who, to add to their two-man team of Simple and Electronic, they have signed the core of Sort, which includes Muterus, Aragorn, and Crazy.
That's the word I would use for this, correct.
Oh, and they also signed Taz as their coach to make it even better. Because Taz is definitely a good coach. Absolutely, 100%. One of the best coaches in the game. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is the worst team I've ever seen.
This is like the kind of team you'd see in like ESA Advanced, like when two rosters had imploded and it was like a mix. But this is a signed, salaried team to an org that has a lot of money. Simple's playing on a team with the Portuguese flag. It's just funny. Again, like the issue with the core market is that these things like this to happen, and I don't think this is also like just they've chosen this team for some reason. But like the Game Vision core, like you could have made like a team that makes more sense. I'm not saying it would be less volatile. It's not looking good, blood, is it? It's not looking good.
I really fucking hate everything about this team. I actually just fucking can't stand it. One, Electronic is on it, and Electronic is so dog shit. Like, he's so fucking bad, both as an IGL and as a player. Just fucking sucks.
But
fucking
he's not calling
retire.
that, surely, right?
No, he's not. But, like, he fucking will. Like,
but is he going to listen to Muteris? Exactly. Like,
yeah, he'll decide he won't like Muteris and tell him to fuck off. Like, Electronic, mate, in the nicest way, you were good. Get fucked. Fuck off. Retire. You're done. You're shit. Simple. Yeah. You were good until you signed your mate Electronic, and now you're shit again. Because Electronic is like, I don't know, he's like the cancer that you got fucking exercised from your body, and then was like, actually, I quite miss feeling like shit all the time, and just like added him back in, like shoved him up your ass or something. I don't know, like.
Electronic is quitting vaping to start smoking. That's the comparison I would use.
He's quitting vaping to start smoking crack.
Crack. Yeah.
Like, you're not just moving your nicotine intake. It's like, no, I need the fucking
Full
hard
habit
shit
switching.
now.
Yeah.
Fucking dog shit. And then
swapping crack
like,
for heroin. Yeah.
The thing is we know what these players are like, where even though Simple's a bit more laid back now because like, he just doesn't care as much, does he? Like, he's past his peak. Electronic is a fucking arsehole, and Simple's going to be an arsehole when they're in the server together, because that's just what like happens to people. It's like human psychology, right? And then you get Muteris, who, by the way, is one of the nicest blokes in.
He's just lovely. I hope he survives this team.
And you've just got to fucking. He's not going to survive this team. You know he won't, because this team is designed.
Not career-wise. I just hope they don't actually like kill him.
Oh right, yeah, but like
Russian mafia.
But this is why I hate this team, right? Because you know, in 3 to 4 months' time, whenever they've got the fucking VRS points to do it, this team will no longer have a Portuguese flag. Aragorn or Crazy will be the first to go, or even Muteris will, and Electronic will IGL, and then Aragorn will go, and then Crazy will go, or whichever way you want to do it. They will slowly go.
It's just the issue is it just fucks careers. Like those 3 players who were on a sort of that was okay. And
this fucks a nation.
Yeah,
this doesn't just fuck a. This fucks a nation.
Yeah, it does. But then also, if they cared that much, they shouldn't have gone, right? So they get for it.
Yeah, they're going to be getting so much fucking money, bro. Muteris is what, 33? He's at like the end of his career. Get your fucking bag, mate. Yeah. Like, absolutely get your bag. I hope as well you've got full bench salary, because, like, my God, you can rake it in. You can make so much fucking money at this organisation. But the team's not going to be good. Like, they've got their Krakow invite. Charlie, actually, just go on to Krakow Stage 1 real quick. It's on your screen, mate. It's on your screen. There we go. Yeah, thank you. Right, can I just see the full team?
British is proper good.
I'm going to say it. Unless BC.game play NRG, and potentially even then, maybe Pain as well, because I really don't like the look of their roster.
They go out of 2 or 3?
I don't think there's a single team here they can beat.
Yeah, basically.
In fact, I think they'd do a fucking good job if they even pick up a map.
Yeah.
I think they've spent all this money on a core, and it's going to go so fucking badly that they'll actually be at a point where it wouldn't even matter if they bench their entire core.
Yeah, I don't know why Simple wants to throw the Electronic. Like, Simple also like probably could have joined FaZe if they could have worked the money out, right? I know FaZe have no money and whatever, but like that would have at least been a fun team. Like Austin Major was fun. Simple being back was fun.
Until he started using a fucking auto shotty every round in Anubis connector. And then said, no, I'm not trolling. Yeah, fuck it.
But then this is also sucks, right? Like this team is also just doggy doo-doo. So I don't know. It's I don't really have words because it's shit. It's just shit rubbish.
Yeah. So there's some other teams that have made changes. I've got a quick.
Do you want to do a rapid fire for them? Or...
Yeah. I've got a quick point about them each. So I'll say a quick point. You can make a quick response.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right. So the first one's the Mongols. They've brought in Cobra Zera. I like this a lot more than Controllers because he's young. He can grow into the team. But he's not Senzu, and he's got a long way to go for him to be Senzu. That said, I still think they'll probably be a top 8 team in the world.
He's got a really good name.
What's his full name?
Charlie, please. Anabilig Ugunbaya. Good.
That is good.
Not quite Unadelga Rossenjagel, but it's good.
Not quite that. All right, Aurora. Aurora lads, this is your last chance. If you can't make it work with Soulfly, you will never make it work. Don't really know why you're bothering. Just fucking go international because then you can get a different IGL as well.
Ditto. I hate this team with a passion. I despise this whole roster.
I really hate that Anubis has made them better. Anyway, next, M80. They've picked up JBA instead of Hexed. I don't get it. I assume it's a ceiling thing, but also we've seen from Blast London their ceiling was really high with Hexed.
Yeah. Good GMing to sign Jaber, bad GMing to get rid of Hexed.
It's JBA. It's not Jaber.
It's Jaber. It's Jables. Jables.
No, it's JBA.
It's Jaber. I will continue saying it incorrectly on purpose.
But no.
Next team.
No. We can go back. It is JBA. I want to hear you say it.
I'm not doing it.
Right, well, this podcast is standing still until you fucking say it. I asked him.
I'm not doing it.
I actually asked the kid what his fucking name is. His name is JBA.
I'm sure it is.
Say his fucking name, Joe.
It's funny to say it wrong. No. I'm not doing it. Move on. I'm putting my feet down.
All right, big. They've signed Blame
hell.
F and also Favon. Can't forget Favon. Actually, side point. The announcement video for Favon, really liked it. I thought it was really fun. It's worth watching.
Chuck it in, producer Charlie. Show us.
No,
the viewers,
it's like
not me.
It's like 48 seconds long, mate. Fuck that. That's a lot of time.
Whatever.
That's a lot of time.
Blame F is a good move.
Yeah, Blame F, great move. Don't really get why he's IGLing. And if Blame F is IGLing...
He is.
What? No, I know he is.
Oh.
Why is Tabson still here?
Exactly. Tabson made a statement like a year ago. He's like, I actually never wanted to be an IGL. So why did you do it for 6 years of your fucking career?
Like,
it's like Joseph Fritzl saying, I didn't actually mean to. I just built the dungeon. Shut the fuck up.
And I know that, like, Favon, actually, his stats surprised me. He's decent.
He's been alright online.
He's not Crimbo, though, is he?
You've got Crimbo on the bench. That's my gripe.
He's not Crimbo. Anyway, Fnatic, the team Blame F has left. So Blame F has left Fnatic, and they've signed Madden, citing that they realised they needed an aggressive player on the team. Now, I'd like to go back a couple of months just to remind everyone that they had Cypher on the team. And at the time, we all said, well, Jacasmo isn't a Cypher replacement because Jacasmo isn't aggressive. So you know what, Fnatic? Go fuck yourselves. This is all karma. You deserve to lose your best player. You are one of the biggest losers of Rostermania. Only above fucking Blow Clark Gaming. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. The same, honestly. What a silly move. Not that I think Madden's bad. You had Cypher. You had a better aggressive rifler.
Sorry, just before we move on, Charlie, you see that old ESL logo in their trophies? What tournament is that?
Probably Pro League.
Why isn't it coming up to tell us? Click on it,
mate. Click it. Yeah, season 2.
Bro, how crazy is that, man? Go back onto their profile.
Yeah.
Like, look how many trophies they've won, and that's
8.
in their last, like, 7 or 8 trophies. Like, mate, Fnatic, you guys fucking
So what?
stink.
That Pro League they won. Which one's that?
That's a online era one, or just before online?
Was that Brawlhalla Pro League? You know, Krieg.
Yeah.
Is he the MVP? I think he is, right?
I think he is, yeah.
Scroll. Yeah, bull knowledge. Plopsky on a 1-3-1. What are you doing? What the fuck?
He's not won anything for fucking 6 years, man. Fuck off. Anyway, Pain Gaming, because this is giving me enough pain as it is. They've benched DGT and Davideus, that was their names, and they've brought in fucking VSM in the year of our Lord 2026.
Brazilian heavy god.
And period.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Right,
that
accent.
Fucking dog shit team. This is.
They want to do jokes, right? Apparently.
I don't know what the fuck they
Not
wanted,
sure
but they definitely didn't want this. Fucking save the core from this shit. See you later, Payne. You're going in the fucking
I haven't
Fluxo and
seen
Red Cannons pile.
VSM's name in 5 years.
This
in a serious context.
So much worse than Legacy. Like, they used to be, like, pretty equal, probably, but so much worse. So much worse.
Yeah.
And finally, FlyQuest. They... See, I don't really know whether they benched Regali or Regali benched himself because he thought he could get a move.
I believe the phrasing was, like, we've come to an agreement. So I'm sure he was wanting to go.
Maybe Regali thought he was going to Astralis.
I think there probably were talks.
I assume there were. Yeah, I think Regali should be on a team. Like, even Liquid, like, Ultimate is crap. But FlyQuest signed Story. It's at best a side grade.
Yeah, this is just, like, the most... Like, the average watcher will not notice they've changed a player. Genuinely.
Yeah.
This is just forgettable.
Yeah, so that's Rostermania. We'll be right back. We're just going to run an ad first, and you won't even notice that we're doing it because the ad is just me and Jack. So, Jack, do you find it hard to keep up with all the news in Counter-Strike?
I do. I took a weekend off and I came back to 6 new IGLs, 3 retirements, and apparently Navi's Waterboy got picked up by a top 20 team.
Right, that's why I've been relying on the TLDR newsletter. It's a bi-weekly email that keeps you up to speed on everything in the CS scene, without needing to scroll Reddit for 3 hours while questioning your life choices.
Yeah, it's like if HLTV had a baby with your funniest friend who actually watches every game. You get quick hits of news, spicy roster moves, upcoming match schedules, and even some insider gossip. All killer, no filler.
And let's be honest, some of these tournament formats, you need a guide just to figure out who's playing who. TLDR breaks it all down, so you actually know what the hell's going on.
Plus, it's funny. Like, actually funny. It's like reading a group chat between smart CS fans who roast everything in sight, but still care deeply about the game.
So if your brain's full, but your heart still beats for Counter-Strike, do yourself a favour. Sign up for the TLDR newsletter. It's free, fast, and guaranteed to make you smarter. Or at least sound smarter in Twitch chat.
Check out the link down below and subscribe, because the only thing more tragic than missing a major upset is not even knowing it happened.
TLDR. You don't have time to read everything, but you still want to sound like you did. Right, we're back from our ad, and I hope you all enjoyed that thing that, if you're an audio listener, you didn't get to skip. We put a lot of work into it. It took us 5 minutes and ChatGPT. Anyway, we're going to make some predictions for this year now, because apparently this is a thing that happens every year on the podcast, and I was here for it last year, but you weren't. So as we go through each one, I'll reveal what my prediction was from last year, so you can have a laugh at it, Jack. So we're going to start off with Player of the Year. Last year, I said that I thought it would be Munacy, because I expected he would go to Falcons quite quickly, and then they would fuck everyone. This year, I am not going to be silly. I'm going to go with Donk. And I don't think I need to explain it, to be honest.
Here. It should be, unless there's a disaster class. It should be like unless he breaks his wrist severely and like can't play. It should be donk.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the top three will be a lock this year for zweih, donk, and MOUZ. Okay, team of the year. Last year, and this is funny because this shows how much, like, why I hate them so much. I said it would be Spirit. Elliot, strangely, said G2 because he didn't think MOUZ was going to leave, and he thought that they would get an appropriate Nico replacement and that Snacks would quickly be kicked.
It's so cool you can just like make things up and pretend you know what you're talking about, right?
So good.
What
so good. And even get paid
I think we said when they signed Heavy God and MOUZ, we said Mattis maybe we said okay, G2 will actually be quite good. That prediction I was happy with because they won an event. That was the extent. Like they should have done better, I think, but yeah.
But at the start of the year, saying G2 would be good, like, mate,
I like it. I like it.
Like, G2 going
putting a fiver on a plus 1,000, like I do respect it, but not wise, is it? Not wise.
I might have respected it if he wasn't fucking jobless at the time. You ain't got the fucking fiver to be thrown on the fucking 1,000 to 1, lads. But so, anyway,
who's your pick?
This year, I really don't know. Like, because it just, for me, it hinges on one big thing, and it's how quickly Falcons make their move. If Falcons make their move within the next 3 months, Falcons. If Falcons don't make their move until after the major, Vitality. So, for that basis, because I want to have a better list of predictions than last year, I'm going to go with Vitality because I think their team is actually too good for them to be bad.
Be bad. I'm actually going to say Spirit, and on that, I also think that Vitality will make a roster move in 2026. And I think it may not even be their choice. They may have a player poached or whatever you call it, right? I think there's a world where someone leaves the team. I'm keeping it intentionally vague because I don't know.
Right. Okay. Did you enjoy your shot of heroin this morning?
I'm due for a top up.
No,
I do think Vitality might make a move this year in 2026.
No, fine, but I can't see them ever making a move because someone gets poached.
Robbed Falcons? Doesn't sound fun to you?
I mean, I predicted that last year because we made the predictions before the Vitality rumour came out. So it does sound fun. I just don't think Falcons, like, I don't think Rops is on Falcons' radar, to be honest.
We will see.
So, the next one is who will win the first major of the year. I'm going to go with Vitality. I think Vitality are going to match Astralis going back to back to back.
It's a safe call. And the issue is, like, there's a lot of maybes around Falcons doing it. I think Furia will probably lose momentum now. Like, they had their little run. They'll still be a top 5 team, but I don't think, yeah.
Furia would be a fun one. 10 years after winning their first Cologne.
It would be awesome.
Did
it
they
would
win?
Really, really good. So
yeah, it was a Cologne major, wasn't it? It was Cologne and Columbus.
Yeah, they won 2 Colognes as well. They won back to back. 16, 17. No, it was 15, 16, I think. Regardless.
16, 17.
It was, okay. I'm going to give Furia. Not necessarily that I'm like certain they will. I just think it would be a really good story to come back to and clip. And I don't want to agree with you because that's a boring podcast.
Yeah. I'd also like to say that last year I said Spirit. Spirit got knocked out in the quarterfinals of Austin by MOUZ. Nice one, Chopper. Anyway, second major winner. Last year I said it would be Falcons because I said that by that point they would have spent enough money to win a major, and I'm going to say the exact same thing this year for the exact same reason. I don't see a world this year where Falcons don't... They might not be number one, but I don't see a world this year where Falcons don't end the year as like, we are going to be the best team in the world in 2027, and you fuckers aren't coming close. So I think Falcons win.
I'm going to say Spirit. I think give them some time to get into it. Maybe there's another move that comes on the pipeline as well. I don't know. I think they might do it. And also Zontic's Asian fan buff, you know. The baddies will be on his side, so that is my metric. That is my my predictor.
Okay. So the next one is best roster move of the year. Now this can happen, or it can be a roster move that you think will happen, but you have to say the name and the team. Last year I said Rops to Falcons because, like I said, we did the predictions before Rops to Vitality was even reported.
Yeah. Zontic's back to Spirit. I'm going to say that's the move.
I'm going to say, because I think it's the more likely move of the two, I think Jim Fat to Falcons will be the best roster move that happens this year. I would say Bit to Falcons, but I think Jim Fat is more likely to happen.
Yeah.
So we'll see. This is when Bit does go, and I'll be really annoyed in a year's time when I forget about these predictions and then look at them again. Okay, so top 20 prediction. Last year I said Flamus. I am going to say you're not allowed to say Kaisuke or Heavy God.
Yeah, I mean, those are both free, to be honest. Can I say Matush?
Yeah, I like that.
I think he can get in a sort of 20 to 17 range. Depends if the G2 have. I think there's a chance. I'll put Tania as well.
Yeah, I think Tanir's a really good shout. Tanir was going to be mine, but seeing as you said him, I'm going to go, because Flamus at that point was a Gamer Legion player, I'm going to go for another Gamer Legion player, and I'm going to say PR.
Yeah.
Because I think PR, the longest he spends on Gamer Legion this year is 6 months, or I guess 7, because of when the next Rostermania will be. And I think when he does inevitably move, which probably will be to MOUZ, he is going to fuck people very hard. And I think it will be enough to get him in a similar range to what you said.
Yeah, cool.
So, a random prediction then Jack. Have you got a random one? Last year, I said that I thought Cologne will be a major inside. I can't remember whether I said years or a certain number of majors, because I said that Valve will want to re-establish the history of that. And lo and behold. So, yeah, what is your
Full knowledge.
Random prediction?
One of the majors, or just say, the major prize pool will increase in 2026.
Is that ESL employee accidentally leaking something?
No. If I knew that, I would not have predicted it.
Fair enough.
No. I have no insight on that.
No, I think that's...
Make it.
I think that's a good prediction.
Makes the major more important.
Yeah. I'd like to see it go to 1.5 or 2 mil.
I'd like to see it being 5 mil. I think that's just a really nice number. And as we've discussed at length, it's easily doable with the viewer pass and stuff to get the money from that into so.
No, for sure.
Just make it happen, lads.
I feel like I've made random predictions throughout this episode. Like, I feel like the Astralis lose their Danish flag by the end of the year could have been one. So instead, I'm going to say... What am I going to say? I really should have thought this through.
I've got one more as well.
Go on.
Flames will have an event MVP.
Yeah, that's good. I like that one. It'll be very hard, but I do like it.
Spicy, innit? It's interesting.
I don't want to say Fallen or Carrigan retires because that's really boring. Okay. I think Liquid will end the year with a different core to what they're starting it.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Not a hater.
No. So the last thing we have to talk about, because this is coming out on Wednesday morning, and it is currently Monday afternoon / evening. So Charlie, if you could click on the matches, just because it's nicer to look at on there. These first 4 matches will have already been played, Jack. So I think, why don't we predict who wins them?
Yes. Horrible new logo OG. Ugh. Not that I like them having the massive Red Bull sponsorship, but this just looks really boring. I think Foot will win this game.
I think Foot will win it, and KDM will have a stinker.
I honestly forgot the kid was there. Yes, definitely.
Eyeballers FaZe. This is going 3 maps, but FaZe win.
Nah. Eyeballers in 2. Maxter,
Okay.
He's going to just fucking pants down and fucking,
That is a very high rating, isn't it, for Bob XD?
Bob XD. Maxter, Bob,
He's
and
quite
Rob
good.
are all really good. Dex is, kind of okay. And JW is,
He's RGLing.
unfortunate. But I fancy his chances over Fallen any day of the week. Look, he's got... It's up to the one, Carrigan. You can do it. You can go positive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think
what was
there
the
might be a
next
chance to
one?
do it.
Fnatic Astralis. My God.
Fuzzy Masterclass. I don't ever really want to root for Astralis, but I've got to back my boy, and I just think Fnatic deserve, 10 centuries of shame or whatever.
Yeah. No, I do think Astralis will win this. I still. I like their new.
Slog. It's also online, so it's still nonsense,
Yeah.
isn't it? Really?
I like Astralis' new approach. I don't necessarily like the team, but I also think this Fnatic team is just so void of firepower.
Yeah.
I think Astralis take that.
Just void of anything to really be happy about.
Yeah. The last game is Hotu versus Aurora.
I'm refusing to give an opinion
because
on these teams. They don't deserve my breath.
No, but this was really enjoyable.
Shout out the Duke, though.
Is Hotu now have a player called Kalash, which is great. It's a fantastic name. What's his full name, Charlie? Can I just see that?
Altair.
That's
Altair
a
Ascalon.
fucking he's my
Bro's
new
an
favourite player.
assassin. Yeah, fire.
He's my new favourite player.
I'm
Sick.
sure Altair means eagle or something as well.
Probably.
I think that's what it means.
But
That's sick.
So Norbert was the guy doing the draft pick, and he picked Aurora.
The flying eagle. It means fucking sick.
And I can't remember if it was Banks or Maui Snake was like, oh yeah. So what do you think about Aurora making a roster move? And he was just like, oh, have they? He just didn't care. So for that reason, I'm going Hotu.
Honestly, I got back Norbert, and my opinion on Aurora. I want that team to capitulate entirely. So.
And finally,
platinum ranked Arcadia.
Diamond. Finally, who is going to win Blast Bounty?
Can I see the full team list, please? I just don't want to say Fatality. It's just such a boring answer of it.
I will point out there has been 2 Blast Bounties and Spirit have won both of them.
Fucking air. Let's go for free. I was going to say Spirit because I'm a biased man. And I don't want to pick Vitality. So let's go for Spirit.
I'm also inclined to say Spirit. So we're doubling down on Spirit.
So it's just not going to happen now, is it? We've ruined it. No,
it's not going to happen. Congratulations, Furia, on winning your first tournament of 2026.
Yeah.
I hope it's not the only one.
Amen.
Right, with that, we'll be back next week. We'll actually talk about Blast Bounty. We'll know who's through to the playoffs. Well, sadly, it's quite a long event.
Who's on 9, Charlie? Now that they've lost Favon and Fuzzy.
Oh, Rolls, Kragan.
Bottom left. Yeah, no, they were left, but who have they replaced them with?
C-Jot.
He was there before as well.
Well, I can tell you.
So Beanox and I don't know who the other guy is.
Give me a second. Where's your roster, you bastards? The 9 roster is Roll, C-Jot, Kragan, Beanox, and Shield.
Sound. To our lads.
He does look like you would find him on a battlefield, to be fair.
Or Robin's tipsies. Mogged.
Or in an alley with a bottle of chloroform in his hand. But anyway.
You can't say that about a young man.
No, I can't. We'll be back next week. We'll talk about Blast Bounty then. And maybe funny shit will have happened. Because if you remember last year, MOUZ played 1 game at Blast Bounty, lost it, and then benched Shuey.
They did. Yeah, that was awesome.
But yeah, I'm Sam. He's Jack. Charlie one more thing. Things. Oh, God.
Drew McIntyre is WWE champion. Our prayers have been answered. See you guys next week.
I don't support Scottish people. James also makes thumbnails.
He does. There's a whole crew. Yeah. Subscribe to the newsletter. Don't forget that. It's really important.
Yeah, do that. Read the paper. Go fuck yourselves. See you later.
Bye-bye. See you next week.